I have a lot of problems. Sometimes I feel like my list of problems gets longer by the day, but I've really always had a lot of problems. Lots of mental problems, to be specific. I mean, there's physical issues, there's mental issues. I just got issues. I got problems. Too many to count, too many to list, but I think a big one for all of my life has just been attachment issues and like trouble letting go of things, trouble just letting go in general, whether it's people, places, things, doesn't make a difference. Oh my god. Good start. Anyways, I just have attachment issues. I think I've always had attachment issues. I'm not sure where it really stems from because it's not like I've had anything to give me attachment issues, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have like abandonment issues or anything. I guess to some capacity with my parents divorcing, but it's not like I've only ever had one parent or anything that's, reinforced this. But all my life, I just have had attachment issues. I've had problems letting go or letting people go, letting things go. It's just always been an issue. I remember when I was in, I mean, probably started in like elementary school, really. Not that I had like a lot of different friends, but my handful of friends I did have, I didn't spend a lot of time with them. Like, we went to the same school, and after school, we all went to the same daycare. There was, I don't know, three of us, my two best friends for a long time in my life. Went to the same school. We'd go to the same daycare after school, but that was really it. We didn't really go to each other's houses or have sleepovers and stuff like that. We was very limited social interaction, I guess. It was mostly based on convenience. Not that I didn't like them. Like I said, they were my best friends for a long time, but I just always had issues with, I guess, leaving the house for one. But I remember there was times that I would go over to somebody else's house and I would just get extremely homesick. And this was an ongoing problem for a long time, well into middle school. But I mean, truly, since the beginning, you know, I would go. I only had one person's house I could stay at. Let me just straighten myself out here. I only had one friend whose house that I could go to and I wouldn't get homesick. I'd been to other people's houses for birthday parties and stuff like that, but I could only stay for, an hour, 2 hours tops. And I would just get extremely homesick. I could never have sleepovers with people, and it led to it be very annoying as I got older. I think quite a few of my friends' parents had a strong disliking of me because I would leave in the middle of the night and I'd have to wake people up to call my mom to come and pick me up because I would get so scared or just like physically sick to my stomach not being in my own house. So it's made it a little difficult to, what the fuck? It's made it a little difficult to not really keep friends. And I mean, it's not really an issue anymore. I don't have nearly as bad problems staying at other places and other houses and going on vacations and things like that. But the one person that I could spend the night at, the one other house I could stay at that wasn't my own, I would always hate leaving. I would stay for a couple days, stay for the weekend, hang out, have a great weekend, just me and the bro, whatever. But then when I would leave, it was like that same homesick feeling, like fully sick to my stomach. But it was because I was leaving. And it's not like I was never going to see him again. I would see him the very next day at school, or I would go home and turn on my PlayStation and we'd load up a game of Call of Duty or something, and we'd be back on the mic talking as if we didn't just see each other all weekend long. But I would get so sad, so sad about it. The whole car ride, I would just be like not on the verge of tears, but well, sometimes I felt like it. I felt like I was gonna just start crying because I missed my friend. And it's, again, not like he was going anywhere. We're literally just driving across town to go play games together because we didn't want to hang out in person or had homework to do, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like I've always had an attachment issue. I've always had a problem with small little things, like just something simple like that, like leaving your friend's house always brought me a lot of grief. Or on the flip side, when people would leave my house, because I sucked at going over to people's houses, I would invite people over to hang out, and when they would leave, I would feel super empty and super lonely, super depressed. It's just, I, it just sucks. It really does. I don't know why my brain is like this. And it's not just people either. I'm a very sentimental person, just in general. I'm honestly, I'm just a sensitive person, I think is a better way to put it. But like I said, it's not just people, it's items too. I have a hard time letting things go. And I don't think I'm a hoarder like some people in my life are, but I build very silly emotional attachments to inanimate objects, to put it simply, or to put it analytically, I guess. Like, again, back to when I was a little kid, my stuffed animals that I had as a little kid, I don't think I ever really had like names for them or anything, but I just couldn't let them go. I think I still have quite a few of my stuffed animals from when I was a kid somewhere in my house because I just couldn't. I hated parting with them. Toys, things like that. I hated letting them go. I just always build very strong emotional attachments to things that really don't matter. And I don't know. I don't think it's made me like a materialistic person. Like I don't think I'm very materialistic. I don't really care much for physical things. Obviously, I like stuff. I like having stuff. I like buying stuff. But I'm not really attached to it. There's a lot of things that, I could easily just part ways with and no harm, no foul. It's whatever. It's just stuff. It's just things. But then there's certain items and there's certain things, and they don't even have to necessarily be anything, you know, important, like a picture of my mom, or I have a little thing that has the paw print of my cat when he passed away. Obviously that has a lot of sentimental value to me. It's not something I ever plan to throw away, at least not anytime soon. But then there's small things too, like, again, I have a little stuffed animal in my closet that, it's not like it's out on display or on my bed or anywhere in sight. But if somebody were to try to throw it away, I'd probably throw a hissy fit. I'd probably get real mad about it. And I'd probably get real sad, go dig through the trash and pull it back out because it means something to me. I don't know exactly what, but it means something. It's important to me in some capacity. I'm attached to it. Really, truthfully, put it simply, I am just attached. I have a lot of things like that in my house and in my life that I just have an attachment to for no really good reason other than it's mine and I want to keep it. I don't want to let it go. I don't want to get rid of it. If I do get rid of it, I'll be very sad. I mean, again, since I'm talking about physical items, there's clothes that I have from way back when. I shouldn't say way back when, because a lot of clothes I wouldn't fit into anymore, but clothes from like my freshman year or just through high school. Sweatshirts is a big one for me. I have a lot of sweatshirts that I will not get rid of, even though I will never wear them. I wear maybe like 3 different ones based on the time of day and weather and etc. But I have probably 10 different sweatshirts just hanging in my closet, and some of them have rips and holes and just battered, basically worthless clothing. But I will not throw it away because it's got some sort of sentimental value to me. It has some sort of attachment to me that it's like somebody will tell me, my mom will come and tell me, like, you need to donate some clothes to Goodwill or, make some room in your closet, whatever. And it's like, no thanks. I know I do. I really need to. I know I should, but not this one. This one, I got into a stick fight with my two best friends in freshman year, and it's ripped to shreds, but it's because of that awesome stick fight that we got into while we were walking home from school one day. So I can't get rid of it because what if I forget that memory, you know? All I have left of it is this sweatshirt. Or what if I lose those friends and all I have left of them is this sweatshirt that they ripped to hell because we got into a stick fight, or there's a hole burned into it because my friend likes to play with lighters. Stuff like that. It just sticks with me so hard, and I put so much value onto such minuscule things and items and objects, and I just grow these stronger attachments to them. Don't even get me started on people. I've just, I hate letting go. I hate that it has to be a part of life. I hate that it's just something you have to get used to and you have to accept, is just losing, letting go, getting rid of things, people, places, just moving on as a whole is very hard for me. Like I said, I think that's, you know, as I'm saying, I have attachment issues. So I think it goes hand in hand that moving on is extremely difficult for me, and letting go. And I know I've talked about that before, but I guess I kind of wanted to dive deeper into it and just give some more personal examples of my own attachment issues. Is there a zombie spawner, or is it just really dark and a weird coincidence? 'Cause there's been a lot of zombies down here. Anyways, I don't know. I think it's gotten better in recent years. I mean, as I've gotten older, I've lost a lot more things. I've lost a lot. Oh my god, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay. What was I saying? I've lost a lot of things. I've lost a lot of people. It's become much easier to cope with now as I've gotten older. That's gold. So I don't know. My attachment issues aren't nearly as bad anymore, at least when it comes to physical things like stuffed animals and stuff, things like that. But people is a real sore spot for me. I suck at letting people go. I will. Oh my god, I'm blind. Hello. Okay. Anywho, trying to get back on track here. Suck at letting people go. Very, very bad at it. Very, very bad at letting people go. And why am I... Okay. Seriously? Anyways. It's tough for me. It's tough for me. I gotta find some coal. I just am sensitive. I'm very sensitive. I keep a close circle around me in hopes that I will never have to lose them. And in recent years, I've pushed all of that close circle away, far, far, far away. But I like to think some way, somehow, they still are there if I ever needed them. If I ever were to reach out to them for once, they would be ready at a whim to just drive on over and come hang out like nothing ever happened or nothing ever changed. Because I guess I have a hard time accepting the fact that maybe, what the fuck is that? Oh my god. Ew. So distracted. I'm trying really hard to stay on topic here. I'm all over the place. It's been a minute. But yeah, I am attached. I don't let people go. I don't let things go. I have a hard time with coming in and out of my life. I can't do fake friends. I can't be a fake person because I am just as bad at leaving as I am being left, I think is a good way to put it. It is hard for me to walk away. I will stay and fight tooth and nail to the last moment. Like, it's just rough, and I feel like it's led me to getting hurt in some ways that I maybe just don't realize in the moment. Like, I have a hard time picking up on the signs or picking up on the, well, I don't know if that's the right way to put it. I just have a hard time letting go. I have a hard time accepting people leaving or whatever the case is, I'm thinking about physical objects again instead of people, because I just remembered a big problem for a long time in my life was my mom trying to have garage sales when we were younger, because we just had a lot of stuff, like a lot of our kids' toys that we didn't really need anymore, and still, I mean, don't need anymore. She always tries to sell them to make space in her house, as one would do when you own your house and you are running out of room and your kids are grown up and moved out. You don't really need to hold on to all their stuff anymore. So she has garage sales, or she used to have garage sales. And one big thing that she always wanted to get rid of was my brother and I's Legos from when we were kids. And this was a huge gallon tub of Legos that we would keep for, well, we just kept forever and just kept adding more and more into it. You know, you just keep filling the bucket and it's just a ton of loose Legos. And that was like our childhood toy. I remember it would be Saturday, Sunday, whatever day. Me and my brother would get up in the morning and we would drag this huge tub into the living room and put this comforter down so that we could pour it all out and not have to worry about cleaning it up. It was a good strategy my mom came up with to help us not make as big of a mess. But point being, it was like a weekend tradition for my brother and I. It was one of the very few times that we would actually get along, and instead of getting beat up all the time, we would sit on the living room floor and we would just build Legos all day long. It was so wonderful. It's probably one of my favorite childhood experiences, memories, whatever you want to call it. Just an absolutely amazing thing that we did every weekend, all the time. And then my mom would have these garage sales, and I remember the first time this happened, I remember I walked outside and I was looking at all the stuff because, you know, she'd want us to help and hang around and whatnot, and I always liked being outside, so I had no problem sitting in the garage with her, whatever. But I saw she had these packets, like Ziploc bags full of Legos, and I was like, where did these come from? And she's like, oh, well, I'm selling some of your guys' Legos because you don't play with them very much anymore. And I panicked. I freaked out. I don't think I like yelled at her or anything. I think my brother came and yelled at her instead of me. But I was upset. I was like, you can't do that. You can't sell our Legos. I don't care if we don't play with them anymore. That's ours. That's our childhood. Like, you can't get rid of that. And she's like, well, why? You haven't touched them in years. And it's like, I don't care. They're mine. You know, I I had an attachment to them. I still do. I don't know where that Lego tub is. I think it's in her garage somewhere, unless she actually fucking sold it. And if she did, I'm gonna have a long talk with her after this video. But point being, even the smallest little things have so much value to me, so much meaning to me. Just attachment. I got attachment issues. I can't let go. I can't let go of people. I can't let go of things. I hate moving my house, even though I don't like where I live. I just, I'm constantly stuck in all sorts of battles in my own mind. And a big one is definitely my attachment to people and places and things. And I have many moments where I know that I need to walk away, or I know I need to let somebody go, and I know that they're not good for me, or the things they do just lead me to feeling worse. But the idea of not having them around to make me feel worse sounds even worse than that, if that makes sense. Just, I struggle so much with letting go. And again, it's not like it's something new to me. It's not like I've never lost anything before or lost anyone before. It's been a very common thing in my life. It's just a part of life for everybody. You lose things, you lose people, especially people. People come and go like the goddamn seasons. It's terrible and I hate it, and I wish everybody would just be my friend forever and I'd never have to lose anybody in my life, especially family members. Don't even get me started. But I'm trying to just stay on topic, trying to wrap things up. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm lonely. I miss people. I miss things. I love all of my stuff, even though I swear I'm not materialistic, but don't try to take my things away because I will cry. I just got attachment issues. I don't know. I think that's really it. I think I have a lot of issues. I think attachment is a big one of them. I think it's led me to a lot more issues as I get older. I think I need to find some better coping mechanisms as to letting things go because it's just not good for you. It's not good to feel stuck to the past. It's not good to feel so attached to so many things. I wish somebody would have told me sooner, or maybe I wish my mom would have taken more of my stuff away as a kid so that I would have grown this acceptance of like you can't keep everything forever. But like I said, it's weird. It's not like it's anything new. I mean, I've lost probably 100 pets through my life because my mom was a bit of a crazy cat lady. So it's like I am very aware of how much things are come and go. I'm very aware of how nothing in this life is permanent, you know, but I just don't accept it, or at least I don't accept it very well. And I don't know. Maybe I'm finally coming to terms with that. Maybe I'm finally getting better at moving on and accepting that not everything will be here forever. You shouldn't hold on to everything. You shouldn't hold on to everyone. But I can't ever seem to stop myself from trying. So maybe it'll get better in time. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, though. I really appreciate it. I got a lot more other videos. I try to make these daily or as much as possible, really. So if you like what you hear, or I don't know, if you enjoyed my nonsense, then you should consider subscribing and definitely hitting that notification bells, because I don't know how YouTube algorithm works and I don't know how these videos get pushed, and I don't have any sort of routine for when these come out. They just kind of pop up, and I hope that's okay. Anywho, I love you. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day.